Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Girl
Hello.
Time in Court and Stace. And today we will be talking about a number of things that plague us from stopping us from doing our very best. So today's topic is
Turn on your shine.
yes.
Turn on your shine.
Put some bronzer on, lipstick, and let it shine,
Well,
honey.
let's get a little deeper than that.
Okay.
So, I believe that many people have multiple talents and skills that they do very well. So it could be something small as, sewing or knitting, writing poems, singing, something big, singing, playing, an instrument, blah, blah, blah. But you may have become complacent in your life and you've pulled away and from what you like to do, and you've dimmed your light.
And then when people do that, do you know that they kind of regret, not, doing the things that they love, especially when it comes to exercise, whether it's a special talent that you have. It'll always be the story as, I used to, and I used to. And I don't know what happened, but I used to.
And if you're that person that, dim, where your light is dim, I'm speaking to you. We're speaking to you. So it's time to step up your game. Turn on that light switch. We always should really position ourselves to where we're constantly learning, where we're constantly educating ourselves, pushing ourselves to the next level. Like we always say, coming out of our comfort zone, staying out of our comfort zone.
And doing your very best. Regardless.
Right. You're never too smart. You're never too wise to learn. There's always something out there that you could grow from.
And perfect your skill.
Right.
Especially in your careers. Like a lot of times, like you said, you get complacent and you're just like, well, I'm going to do it this way because this is the way I've always been doing it.
Yep.
Well, times have changed and, you have to stay abreast because somebody's going to come up in there.
Hey, Val.
And know how to do that computer software, make a new program, do something way different to outshine you. And it's okay, to have embrace new things and people, but you have to stay abreast so you don't become complacent and then miss out.
And speaking of that, a lot of people sometimes they throw themselves into their children and they dim their own light, because their whole life is about their children. And because of that, you kind of like not dumb down yourself, but you sit back, you take the back seat because it's all about your kids.
Right. And you lose yourself.
In the process. So you don't want to do that. And, you can always grow and restart and, pull out that sewing kit, pull out that knitting thing,
change your hair.
Right. And
do
you
something
can
different.
Do
Step out of your comfort zone.
Right. And regain the skills that you once had. And again, learn. You're never too old to learn. You're never too smart. You're never too wise. And then also, too, I think sometimes people can dim their own light because they want to step behind their husbands or their wives or their girlfriends or boyfriends. But you know what? You guys can share the spotlight. It's okay. You don't have to, right. You don't have to step back because you want your husband to step forward. You don't have to step back because you want your friend to step forward. We could share the spotlight.
Or you do it together. Do it together.
Right.
Stronger together. Stronger together. All right, so
I think that was a post that I put.
Yeah,
but
you
you
did.
don't read my post.
I do so. What are you talking
don't.
about?
She never likes it.
I don't say that. Don't listen to
What was the last thing I posted on Girl Time?
You posted something about us going live today and let your light shine. Yes, you did.
Okay.
So, needless to say, we have a box, a jeweled box of thoughts. And different types of things may come out of this box. So every now and then we will be pulling from this box to discuss something relevant to the topic of today. So I want to pull out this box and see the first thing that I pull out, or the first word that I pull out, is something that we're going to talk about that kind of stops us from letting our light shine. And I want you all, our many viewers, to chime in when I ask this question. So we open the box. We're going to turn it around and open the box. And Courtney's going to pull out one word. Don't look. And that word is
anxiety, worry,
and fear. How does that stop you from letting your light shine? Anybody chime in? Well, I can tell you how worry, fear, and anxiety stops me or can get in the way of me letting my light shine is because I'm always scared to fail. And a lot of times, the fear of failure will,
is tough.
Woo,
yeah.
Even just doing new adventures like this, the fear of people not liking us not doing our very best, or not knowing what we're doing, kind of gives you get a little bit intimidated by it. But I have to step back and say, you know what? Just go for it. You know, the only thing I can do is get better. You know, listen to the constructive criticism, learn new ways of speaking, you know, go to seminars, you know, try to learn something new to perfect this skill. Because if you want to make it happen, you got to do everything it is to make it happen. So it says that, Ellie says, it's mirrored and is reflecting your
backspace. Oh, the box is mirrored.
The box is mirrored in your camera.
Thanks for letting us know. But in terms of, I think fear plays a big part in dimming your light, because it's so easy to just stay quiet, stay behind the scenes, stay with what you know, stay comfortable. And it takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage, and strength to just, you know, walk on the edge. And that is very fearful and intimidating.
But let me just interrupt you. I'm sorry. But what is something that you do personally to kind of get you out of that fear, that anxiety and worry?
Actually, a lot of times, Stacey, I really don't. I do a lot of things scared. Like, you know, but I still push myself. Like, I'm still fearful, and you know, but I just do it anyway, and I do it afraid. Like, you know, for instance, one of my talents is I have, you know, God has blessed me with a natural gift to sing, and
what she does
every time I sing, in which I don't sing that often. I only sing now like maybe, you know, once or twice a year at a wedding or church or whatever the case. Yeah, girl.
You won't sing? Will you sing for them now?
No.
Sing for the people.
And so when I do it, you know, I have a lot of fear, but I just do it anyway. Even, you know, at work when I have big presentations, and you know the deal, when you have big presentations and you have people that are in the room that may be a little intimidating, you know, I just have to just take a deep breath and just keep going. I do things in fear. I live in fear.
You know what? When I'm doing speaking engagements, and you know, I always try to overplan, and I worry myself to death to make sure this is right. Make sure you have this. Baby. Make sure you know, you have your P's. You know, you dot your I's, cross your T's, and have everything in order. So I'm a super planner when it comes to like doing presentations, and I still
get nervous.
But what I do to kind of combat that nervousness and that worry is that I say, you know what? I talk to myself, I give myself positive self-talk. Just do it and shut up and stop giving yourself these negative, you know, thoughts that leads to you, you know, having butterflies in your stomach, tripping over the words that you speak. And I pray. Prayer helps me, and my spirituality helps me get through it all, no matter what. So that's something. Even when we went on that recent hike.
Oh yeah.
We went on a recent hike to Tamani Mountains. Mind you, we never ever went on this hike. Did not, you know,
we didn't have
what to
a tour
expect.
guide.
We didn't have a tour guide. This was some old like, let's just do this. I'm into hiking. This is gonna be my new little hobby. Went there. We came up where it was just like very rocky.
We get there and no cars in the parking lot. No. So that means that we were the only ones on that freaking mountain. And then Stacey said, although this was her idea, she says, "You go first." And then I looked at her like I was crazy, like, okay. So then I was like, all right, Courtney, woman up. And, you know, I started walking and I was scared to death. I was so scared.
We were smack dab in the middle of the
when
woods.
When I even think about how afraid I was just like, you know what? You're so stupid for doing this, Courtney. Like, you're dumb. We're all done. We're all gonna die. Bears are gonna eat us
alive. Yeah. However, what I did was we came upon this one area of the mountain and it was so rocky. Remember that it was like a rock wall and it looked like we had to climb up the wall.
If we fell, we could have just like bust our heads.
It would have been a wrap. Yeah. But how was we going to get this injured person back down the mountain that we had just climbed for about 45 minutes? So what I did was, you know, my little sister was like, let's just do this. Come on, we ain't walking back. So I was like, okay, you're right. We wound up going towards that part of the mountain that intimidated us so much to only find out that it was just rocky stairs. So it was like a stair path that kind of...
And you still could have bust your head.
You still could have bust your head,
Wide
but we
open.
didn't. So just actually moving forward and going through with that kind of like helped me and made me made me realize that it wasn't so bad as I thought. And another part, we get over this big wall. Remember I said, you know what? I'm just not having a good feeling. I just did not have a good feeling. Like I said, there were no hikers. There was nothing but nature, and it was a very densely, how do you say it? I want to say densely populated forest. So
yeah,
I was praying. One of our other hikers, you know, I don't know if you said something to me, and Melanie was like, she's praying. I was praying for God to release me from this fear, because I knew He had us covered. Who shows up?
Somebody to help us. Well, yeah.
Look at God.
So, yeah.
Mike, the lonely hiker, came and just eased our anxieties and told us, you know, yeah, there's bears. There's quite a few. However, you girls came at the right time because we came in a pack of 5, not 10, 5.
So going back to
a minute.
Okay. All right. You're going on too long. Go ahead.
Anyway, he said that we came together, which you need as your support, and making a lot of noise, which to me was like cheering each other on, and you scare that fear away. You scare the bear away. So we ain't come up against no bears and we climbed that mountain. Hey!
Yes, we did. We did.
Okay.
So yeah, just going back to the staying in topic. Wait a minute, this thing is so loud. Yeah. So turning on your shine. Remember, that's our topic, and I really want to go back to, I want to go back to like what I said earlier about like, you know, you can, there's things that you do and that hobbies that you have and that you may do well. And I really want, you know, if you're watching, I really want you to, you know, if you've kind of gone away from doing things that you do well, you know, it's time to really step back and, reinvent yourself and start doing those things that you can do, and don't let your light, you know, dim, and especially don't let it burn out for somebody else, because I mean, I think that is like so important, because I really think that a lot of women, we tone down, like we don't want to come off too strong, because we want to be, you know, a little quiet, and we want the male to shine, we want the men to shine, and by doing that, we turn down our light, we dim our light, because we think that we can't share that spotlight. And I don't think you, as a woman, especially that we're encouraging women, that women should not, you know, just dumb ourselves down, not be our best just because we want our mates or males, husbands, wives, whatever, to shine. 2 diamonds shine bright together. Word. That's why we're courting Stace. I like that. I like that.
All right. So what is it that we see? Quite a few people are watching, and it would be nice if you kind of like ask us some things in regards to what you can do to kind of reinvent yourself and do some things that you used to do in the past that you're no longer doing, and
do it without fear. Well, no, you can do it. You can do it with fear. Just push yourself.
Push yourself.
Because I'm
It's
telling you.
easier to stay down in the dumps. And,
It is.
You
It's
know,
so
rather
easy.
than, going
Who wants
the
to live
extra
a
mile.
life like that? Who lives easy?
There's a lot of people.
That's boring.
Was a lot of people that do.
Oh my God, that's so boring. Could you imagine just like doing the same thing all over, like all the time?
Could you imagine Court and Stace doing the same thing over and over again? Absolutely not. That wouldn't last.
We're already thinking about our next goal.
Yes.
She has a list of goals. I have a list of goals.
And we're putting our vision into motion, and especially me going hiking. I just found a new love, and I've set back.
I think I did too.
I kind of like. I'm not running as much, but I do love to run.
She said no. My mother said no.
No what?
Probably no.
Don't
hiking.
hiking?
Listen, Ma.
Now you just
I
set it
love
off. Now
you, Ma, but you know what? I don't listen.
Listening. We are no. You know where I want to go.
listen.
You know what I want to do now?
What?
So many people are saying, "Oh, I want to go hiking." My friends are telling me, people who didn't hike, that they want to try something new. Oh, but I got to get in shape. Excuses, no excuses. However, a couple of them said that they did a hike in Arizona. Now that's where I want to hike. Somewhere different. Do you want to hike in Arizona? No. But that may be a trip.
I would love to go to Arizona.
She lies.
But, yeah, well.
It's a very zen, type of place in Arizona. They have a lot of yoga, meditation.
Well, my father actually, he gave me a whistle.
For what?
For when we go hiking next.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
So,
What's
Ma,
the point
no,
of
we're
it?
not. She said no again. No. Listen,
Yes.
you know.
Say yes. White
I have
yes.
always been a rebel.
For me, it's finding a happy medium as an introvert. I being recorded, but blogging makes me happy.
Oh,
there
see?
you go. Blog your
Everybody
life
has-
away. Blog
Yep.
anything and everything that makes you happy. Being an introvert, it's okay. Some people are introverts, some people are extroverts. Find what makes you happy. If that is what, keeps a smile on your face and keeps your face shining bright, then go for it. There you go.
So, what are you gonna do, Stacey, to
Keep my light shining?
to keep your light shining?
I am going to continue to be adventurous, try new things, take care of my
I'll be
body,
right here with you.
Take care of my health, continue to eat healthy. And
Is there something that you've haven't done in a while and you kind of let slide?
Oh, I haven't taken a spin class since May. Spinning
that's
was
not
my
that
life.
long.
Yeah, that is long because I'm gonna get butt bike now. I gotta get back into the gym in regards to spinning. I still work out, but I have not taken a spin class, which I absolutely love, and I really do need to get back because once you stop spinning for a while, you get bike butt.
I
and
want
it
to learn
hurts.
how to play the piano again.
There
I
you go.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say
Buy your
that.
mom a keyboard.
She has one.
Mom, keyboard.
I was just actually, I was gonna say the same thing because, like I said earlier in the podcast that, I sing like maybe once or twice a year or something, so that I do that because, well, it pleases people, but it also, I do it just so that I know, like, okay, girl, you still got it. But
That's never
I
going
know that no, you can lose a skill if
I
you don't
think
use
you
it.
can. She is a true
But
songbird.
the piano, I used to know how to play the piano, and I've totally lost that. Totally lost
Really?
it. Yeah, totally. And I have a keyboard. My mom bought it for me, but I don't use it. So that's something that, I could pick up. But I also want to start using my mind more. I want to start learning different things. There's some things that I really want to learn more about, and I just have to find the time to squeeze it all in. That's the hard part, finding the time to squeeze everything in, and still being adventurous, and still being a wife, and still being a mom, and still being a friend,
and Girl Time with Court and Stace.
Yeah,
And
Sister Girls Fitness,
and
SCFL,
and
everything else.
yeah.
So, but we're gonna wrap this up, and thank you guys for. Stacey loves to be on.
Love this.
She needs she wants to be. Yeah, this is.
I missed my calling when I was in college, but we'll talk about that another time when you missed your calling.
Yeah, that's a good topic.
Yeah, right? You missed your calling. We
Who
won't
was
talk
my
about
calling?
that. You were supposed to be the next.
Oh, no, you know what?
And
Okay.
she said, I'm not dropping out of college.
Oh.
I said, you gonna be rich. But anyway, everything happens for a reason, and this is why we're still here together, shining
so if you
bright
take
and
anything from this podcast, turn on your shine.
Yes.
Let your light shine. If your
People.
light is dim, you need to turn on that switch.
Get some
Turn
bronzer.
it back on.
Get some bronzer.
Do what you do best.
Yes.
Learn more. Do more.
Be better. Stay better.
Excel. Push yourself. Live in
moment.
fear. It's okay.
No, it's not okay to live in fear. God did not give us a spirit of fear.
He didn't give us a spirit of fear, but what I'm saying is
Push.
you push yourself
Push.
even though you may be afraid.
Yes.
Don't let that fear
Stop you.
from
Right.
doing something. Just because you're afraid of something, you don't run from it. You still keep going.
And that's what makes it happen. And we will end our segment today. Thank you for tuning in for Girl Time with Court and Stace. We really appreciate your feedback. And if you can tune in next week, that'll be great. Toodles.
Alrighty, until then.